in stock at Better Mattress. Stop by today
and get some answers.
When do you see that the money will actually come to the people, whether it's $600 or $2,000? What are they looking at with the IRS?
The direct has already started going out. In fact, many of them went out on Monday. They should be receiving them today, as a matter of fact. It's kind of ironic. This is the last day of early voting statewide, and the check should be coming in today, tomorrow, certainly before the end of this week. So it has to be tomorrow.
Well, I want to thank you for what y'all did earlier in the year with PPP for small business and especially for nonprofits. As the United Way director, there's so many nonprofits that are in need, and PPP gave them the resources to keep moving forward. And this stimulus, whatever amount it is important. People are in need. People are suffering. American people, good, hardworking people, and giving them some support and appreciation and lifeline is going to go a long ways in this wintertime that we're facing.
It really is, Michael, and that's what the president did this weekend. He and I talked a lot about this one-on-one over the weekend. He worked all day Christmas Day while he was down in Florida. But, he knew that people were hurting. We've been trying to do this since late summer, actually. And I'm encouraged now that we got this round going. We'll get this vote either tomorrow, maybe tonight, I don't know, in Washington. I'm going to have to make a sprint to Washington to get that vote because I'm running around the state today. But certainly we're going to get it done. If we have to do it Saturday, we'll get it done. The other votes, we'll see if we can get those done this week as well. But I'm encouraged because, we know what happened in the first round. Where the PPP was about $650 billion, saved 50 million jobs around the country. That's about a third of our workforce, guys. In Georgia, it was 1.5 million jobs we saved. And this economic turnaround under President Trump is really on the ballot right now for this election that I'm fighting on. I mean, we've already won it once by 2 points. We've got to do it again. But what's at stake is we're the last line of defense against this radical socialist agenda that Democrats are trying to perpetrate on America. And if we hold these 2 seats, Kelly Loeffler and I know that we can protect what we've done over the last 4 years with President Trump, this agenda that helped 6.5 million people pull themselves out of poverty. This is not something we want to go back to the 8 years of Obama and Biden where there was the worst economic output in U.S. history. We just don't want to go back to that.
Well, I appreciate everything that you've done in the Senate. How do you see ag in South Georgia? Agriculture is so important. What do you see happening in the future, and how are you fighting to protect agriculture?
Well, personally, I hate the fact that if Biden is indeed sworn in, that Sonny Perdue will not be Secretary of Agriculture any longer. He has done a fantastic job of taking care of farmers around the country. We know when the hurricane hit here a couple of years ago, he went to bat along with President Trump and Gary Black in our state to get the relief down to South Georgia. When we know the Democrats held us up over that aid, really held it up because of what was going on in Puerto Rico, and just wasn't right. And so I am, going forward, what we're doing right now is we're deepening the port. We've waited 20 years. Career politicians could not get it done. I got up there when President Trump got elected. We got that port deep. It's going to be finished next year. That helps our farmers dramatically export more economically. The ag industry in Georgia has never been healthier. We'd love for commodity prices to be a little higher, but that's the reality in the farming business. They are coming back a little bit right now. But what I see coming is, we're paying close attention to what the Biden administration wants to do with regard to agriculture. Kelly Loeffler, I was on the Ag Committee for several years. Kelly Loeffler took my spot when she came on, and I think that's been really good for the state and good for her. We are very close to what the Agriculture Committee is doing, and going forward, I can tell you that there's not a stronger interest than agriculture and military in Georgia because those are our 2 largest industries in Georgia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What can you speak about the voting numbers that you're seeing across the state right now as far as early voting? Today's the last day to early vote, and then the election's on January 5th?
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's, your listeners, if anybody's upset about what happened in November, they only have one thing they can do. They can fight. They can get out of the car and vote. I mean, and take their friends and vote. If we don't vote, we basically default to what the Democrats have told us they're going to do. Chuck Schumer is going to change the rules of the Senate so that they will have total control, and then they'll be able to perpetrate this agenda. They'll add two new Democratic states. That's 4 Democratic seats in the Senate. They'll stack the court. They want to do away with the Electoral College. I mean, it's perverse what they really want to do. We see what's going on around the country in terms of defunding the police. Look at Oregon right now. Look at Portland. I mean, it's anarchy, really. And this is what they're espousing. We know that the border, we put controls at the border. The border wall has been built, and we have dramatically reduced the illegal immigration problem. And Biden wants to undo that. He wants open borders, sanctuary cities. He wants to socialize medicine, take away our private health insurance. They will cut our military again, just like they did under Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. In fact, my opponent, John Ossoff, actually supports a basing bill that would cut out 2 bases. It would eliminate 2 bases in Georgia and cost us 26,000 jobs. Look, I grew up in Warner Robins. I know how important the bases in Georgia are in Georgia, but also I'm on armed services, and I know how important our bases are in Georgia to our military strength around the world. I'm chairman of the subcommittee on sea power inside armed services, and we're trying to rebuild our military after Biden and Obama devastated it at a very time when we're trying to stand up to China. In addition to that, Michael, I'm running against a guy, John Ossoff, who's had ties to the Chinese Communist Party for 2 years. He lied about it. He hid it from the voters in the primary. He got caught, came clean, lied about it again. And so now we see with Swalwell and Hunter Biden, what the Chinese have been doing is trying to influence these young, ambitious, liberal Democratic operatives. And John Ossoff is right in the middle of that. So they have not come clean on that, and we want people to be aware of that. But the main thing, Michael, is people in Lowndes County and your listening audience is that we have a responsibility to our kids and our grandkids to get out and vote. This is the last day of statewide early voting. We have Election Day on Tuesday. Some counties you can vote tomorrow, but I would encourage everybody before anything else happens today, get out and vote.
Yes, sir. Everybody has to express their right to vote, and it has for most people. This year has been so overwhelming, and there's so many things going on. It's hard to even keep track of everything that's happened in this year. So it's just been an overwhelming year for sure.
It has. I've been telling my team I'm going to stop saying what else can happen this year. It's just, look, we've survived a pandemic. This is the strength of our country, Michael, and this is why I'm fighting so hard to protect the basic foundational beliefs that have made America what it is today. I mean, economic opportunity for everybody, limited government, individual freedom. The Democrats want a strong central government. They want to take over our individual liberties. They want to confiscate our guns. I mean, this is real. People say, well, they won't really do all that, David. Well, yeah, they will. This time, Chuck Schumer's dead serious. The left, you see the extreme left, illustrated by none better than AOC. They don't like America. They want to change it. And this is what we're fighting against right now. So I'm confident that people in Georgia are paying attention. They know what our responsibility is, and they're going to stand up to this onslaught that the Democrats are trying to perpetrate. Look, this is coming from outside the state, guys. Don't be misunderstood. Don't misunderstand this. Over 85% in the general election of John Ossoff's money, the guy I ran against, came from outside the state. This is the National Democratic Party trying to come up with total power, total control, and they know it rests in these 2 seats here in Georgia. So Kelly Loeffler and I are doing everything we can. I so appreciate what you guys are doing of educating people down there about the need to get out and vote. That is the sole thing that we've got to do now.
Well, we appreciate you, sir, Senator, and just be safe on the road and in the air and what you've done for South Georgia. Thank you.
God bless you guys. I hope everybody has a happy new year, and please, everyone, please get out and vote. God bless you guys. Happy New Year.
Thank you.